Are you someone that's struggling with affordability in the housing market right now? I have a little story for you. So I worked with the client. Now, granted, we're talking 2013-ish. They purchased a house for me that they could afford, which was $150,000. It was in the Midtown Little Rock area. And 2 years later, they were able to sell that house. They made a few improvements to it and spruced it up a little bit, and then in 2 short years sold that house for $200,000. They then took that equity that they made on the first house and they bought a $232,000 house in Little Rock in 2015. Then they took that equity after 2 years of living in it, turned that and sold it for $257,500. So they're gaining a little bit of equity each year. Now, recommended you stay in it at least 2 years just to be able to have enough equity that you put in plus appreciation, right? They took that money and then turned around and bought a house for $285,000. So we're talking like little baby steps up, right? They sold that house in 2020, March of 2020, right before the pandemic broke out, and they sold that for $306,000. So again, a little bit of equity. They purchased a house for $310,000. Now they did put some extensive work into this. It was an old historic house in the Governor's Mansion area. They bought it for $310,000 and then ended up selling it 2 years later for $469,900. So the moral of the story is you don't have to make those big gains all at once. Is you have to go in it with the mindset of buy what you can afford now, and you're not going to stay there forever. It might not be 2 years, it might be 4 years, it might be 5 years. But whatever it is, you keep that momentum going in your direction and you keep building that equity. And it might be small little steps in the very beginning, but what it's going to turn out to is going to be a nice little nest egg that you're setting up for yourself. I just had a first-time home buyer close on her house yesterday.